Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Wake Up in Airbrush. How are you today? My name is Dorothy, and I am your host over at LUMINESS Live. Heather is usually here every day, Monday through Thursday, to do live demos for you, to help talk to you, teach you, train you. But the girl's on vacation again. She takes more vacations. That's the kind of life I need to live, right? So we are here and we are going to do a look today that I love. We're going to do a natural summer glow look. I figured if Heather can go to Cancun on vacation, so will we have our little mini vacation and look like we've been to Cancun. Because I am a very, very fair girl. And so I am going to make it look like I've been in Cancun for a hot little minute. And even though Heather's there having a great time doing her time there, we are going to look like we went to Cancun and really do a summer glow look for over 40. If you know anything, there is a difference. Good morning, Cindy. There's a difference between doing a bronzy glow look for a 20-year-old because you can't use all those shimmers and all of that stuff, but you can have reflective tones. Good morning, Lori. There's also challenges that come along whenever you're doing a warm or a glow like suntan look on very fair skin. So we're going to like knock both of those out and look like we just came back from Cancun with Heather as she is in Cancun having a great time. So let me just knock out the things that I have to do and say. If you guys, I'm going to knock those out, then we're going to start the demo. If you guys have not seen the latest and greatest, I know if you joined us for the skincare challenge, you saw all that was happening with the skincare challenge. You saw how wonderful and effective it was. You saw, the real before and after. So this is what we've got going. We've got the Airbrush system along with our basic foundations and the skincare that goes along with that. And I'm going to be using that today, demoing it today along with our glow look. So make sure that you add some skincare into your routine. It really is helpful. It really does elevate your look. And if you have really dry skin, it creates a beautiful finish. I have dry skin, and so the finish for me is everything. I love it. I love it. I love it. So are any of you going on vacation at the end? Because I have not gone on vacation, but I need to go on vacation. And Heather is on vacation out in Cancun, as I said before. And so, in honor of her being on vacation in Cancun, we are going to do a glow, kind of a tan bronzy look for a very fair girl. So, I can't go looking like Heather, over 40. And there are some tips and tricks to that. So, I'm going to help you out with it. Alrighty, so let's get started. I'm using the Breeze Duo, and I'm going to pop on some Bulgarian Rose to just prep the face to let it have that glow. I'm also going to add some into my foundation, not Bulgarian Rose, but I am going to add, what am I going to add? What do I have there? AHA. That is one of our skincares that is amazing that I'm going to actually blend it in with the foundation. Now, normally, if I have a heavier look, not heavier, dramatic look, I'll do my eyes first. But this time, we are going to go, it's going to be all about the skin, all about the glow, all about the little bit of warmness doing. Okay, so that's my Bulgarian Rose. And if you will notice, one of my biggest challenges, and I think a lot of people have the challenge and have a lot of people have challenges, and a lot of people have it on their eyes. And so my biggest challenge is right here. You can see it's right there. It is a thing. So that is what, hold on, I got to tell someone something. There. Okay, it is what I am going to work on, because if I brought a eraser out, or if I brought one of our traditional foundations out, I'm going to work against that tannier, glowier, warmer look. So I'm going to use something different, and it's going to be a very fun little thing to add. So what am I going to use? I am actually going to start Instead of a concealer, instead of a cover up, instead of any of those, have you ever used any of our prisms? I know that a couple of our people use the green or use some of the other ones, but I am going to use the peach prism. And the reason I'm going to use the peach one is because it's really good for dark coverage. So age spots, dark coverage, all of that good stuff. It is really good for that. Cindy, you started the skincare challenge a couple of weeks ago. You're taking pictures each week. Oh, yay. That's going to look great, Cindy. I cannot wait to see the photos. You'll have to bring those over to Luminess Live and post them there. All righty. So I am going to use the prism, and I'm going to put 3 or 4 drops of the prism in here. Now, remember, I'm not going lighter. I am just going a little different. Hold on. I got a little burp it. Sometimes you have to burp these things is what I call it. By the way, just a pro tip. If one of these ever gets stuck, you take a little needle and you put it in there, and it's called burping it. That's what we call it in the profession, just in case you didn't know. So I'm going to put a couple of little drops in there. And I don't want this to be full coverage, because if I do a full heavy coverage, I'm going to have a peach streak right here. We don't want that. All I really want to do is to really just lighten this area. Now, for me, airbrushing is great for that, but I'm also going to come in with one of my concealer brushes that I like and really just blend it in and blend it away, because I'm a brush girl. Look, I've been a pro makeup artist for 25 years. I don't know that I'll ever get away from brushes, but I love my airbrush. So I mix the two because I can. And if you can, why shouldn't you, right? Okay, so I'm going to put this, and I'm going to tilt it. You know, y'all know the trick. You're not new here. You know the trick. I'm going to tilt it, and we're going to go right underneath the eyes with that, right in where that dark spot is. Now I am going to close my eye just a little bit so I can get on that eyelid, because my eyelid is a little darker. Now, look, I'm not covering everything up. I'm just going against what is already the issue. Little bit of peach. This is also going to go in with some of my eyeshadows and be a part of my eyeshadow look. So I got a 2-for-1 here. Woohoo! So because, see how it just kind of takes that darkness away a little bit, but without being really light or changing a color, because sometimes eraser can get a little glowy, and that is not what I want. I do not want any glowy highlight glow, not, glow. So I'm just going to take my brush, and I'm just going to do a little dab there, because for me, and that's like Heather says, use your hand and press it. But for me, this works best. And that just kind of gives me a little extra of an oomph with the dark circles, that I have, and the dark hyperpigmentation. That's really what it is hyperpigmentation. Lori, can you use skincare in the icon? Yes. Now, here's the disclaimer in the icon. It's going to come out really fast because our skincare head makes it to where it comes out a little bit finer and a little bit of a finer mist to help distribute it better evenly in a different way. So it's going to come out a little heavier, a little faster, a little more solid. So you're going to have to be a little easy on the trigger, but yeah, you can put it in there. You can spray it out that way. Absolutely. All righty. So I have put that in. Let me grab this. The next thing I'm going to do, I want to tell you how I am going to concoct my foundation, because it's a little advanced. So those of you that are newbies, get your 4-finger whisks away, get your trigger finger trained first, to get it solid first, and then you can start doing this. So here is my concoction today. I've already put the peach under the eye. And because I am so fair, you can hear me shaking it up, right? Because I am so fair, I am going to actually go a shade darker than I am to warm up my skin tone. I want to look like I've gotten a little bit of sun. I want to look like I've got a little bit in there. So I'm normally a 20, okay? But I'm going to use a 20-30 mix. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 drops or 3 drops of my 20 in there. I am going to warm it up because remember, I am doing a warm summer glow for women over 40. So what we don't want to do is add too much color to it. So it gets crinkly and crepey and weird looking. Okay. I don't want to look like I have a mask on. I just want to look like I've been in Cancun with Heather this week. So I'm going to put 3 to 4 drops of my 30. So for me, 30 is a little warm by itself, especially in the rose. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add my skincare to it because I love the skincare. So I am going to add my 80 AHA. I'm going to put it right in with the foundation. Now, here's kind of the rules, y'all. I mean, it's an unsaid rule. It's not a hard rule. If the skincare is clear, all right, if it's clear and looks like it's water or whatnot, it can go in with the foundation. If it is milky or it is retinol or it's something of that nature, then I would do it by itself because it's thicker. It's got a little bit more substance. You don't want it to get clogged or stuck in your breeze. So that's my rule of thumb. If it's clear, go ahead, add it to your foundation. If it's thicker, do it by itself. All righty. So now we're going to do a thin round all the way. Okay, so while we're doing that, hold on, I got to back bubble just a little bit. Cindy says, I also love using the micro needling head. It makes her skin feel like she's had a mini massage. I love the micro needling head. You just have to be careful with the micro needling head because if your skin gets too sensitive with it, then you need to slow it down just a little bit. I know that our model used it really faithfully around her mouth and it got a little sensitive on her cheeks and some of that. So we had her come down just a little bit on the amounts of times that she was using it. And so that's great. I love that you're using the micro needling head. It is a wonderful, wonderful head. Now, sometimes if you are in our airbrushing, sometimes we tell you that if it feels wet, then you're pulling back too hard on the trigger, right? If it feels wet, if you feel it, then it's too hard. I want you to know that if you're adding your skincare to your foundation, it's going to feel a little bit wet. So just know that you're not messing up. It's okay. It's going to have that little bit of wetness, a little bit of extra hydration to it that you love and want and need. So there we go. I am going to clean this out real quick because it seemed to be giving me a little bit of a challenge. There we go. All righty. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and I like it, but I think I'm going to go a little warmer. It didn't quite give me that warmth that I wanted. Plus, I need to do this area a little bit because I am very, very fair. It is great. Cindy says you're using it gently every couple of days, even on her neck. That is a great place to use it. You see this? This is our over 40 neck. It's lovely. But the micro needling is great for that. So yes, definitely use it on your neck. Use it on the areas where you would like to have a little bit more smoothness, where you really want that skincare to get in and you really want that skincare to do what it does. Now look, I'm going to go here. Oh, don't forget your neck when you are giving yourself a faux glow. So when I get done, I'll look like I have come back from Cancun with Heather, which is my ultimate goal, since I can't be there with her anyway, we're just going to let that. Okay, so most of you know that it takes a little bit of time for things to bloom and for it to do its magic. As I'm talking, you can see it changing and do its thing. So while that is blooming, I am going to put on my mascara and my shadow. Look, I am going to be super simple with the eyeshadows today. I am going to go with a bronzier, peachier pink. For me, I can't really wear brown. I mean, I can, but I don't like to wear brown. It just muddies me up. And so I'm going to use a bronzier, peachier color. And I'm just going to add that right here, right in the middle. I don't have a lid like Heather has. Okay. If I did, I would be doing all the fun stuff she does. A little bit of eyes does me good. I mean, it looks very dramatic when I just do. That was one color, y'all. One easy breezy color. And then I'm just going to blend that up. Blend it up, blend it up, blend it up. You do not have to have a super complicated eyeshadow routine or any of those to get what you need to get. You just don't. I'm going to go ahead and smooth this out a little bit. Blend all that just a little bit more for me because that is my problem and trouble area. And then let's put, where is my mascara? Put on our mascara. We are out of our fabulous mascara, y'all, and I know everybody's sad about that. So I am just using my regular little name brand that I use. I get it at the grocery store. I can't tell you because I'll get in trouble, but it's okay. When we get our new formula in, we will have it back. For me, mascara makes all of the difference in the world. Lashes are a big thing. So if you have great lashes, awesome blossom. If you don't, glue them on, magnetize them on. Our model, when we did the skincare, used our magnetic lashes and they looked amazing and were great. So for me, I have pretty decent lashes. And so I'm just going to put on a coat of mascara while I'm letting all of my skin glow, bloom, all of that fun stuff. And here we go. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit here in just a second. As soon as I don't think I can talk and put mascara on at the same time. Heather does that. I'm not so great at that. But I am going to talk about bronzing versus contouring in just a moment because there is a difference in placement and there is a difference in product. And so we are going to talk about that for just a moment. I am going to tell you that contouring is where we chisel things out, make things that we don't want to be seen as much go in. And bronzing is where we want it to look like the sun has kissed us. So here is where we are going to learn the difference. A lot of bronzing, okay, has glittery things in it, has shimmer, has reflective tones. I'm not a big girl on that. I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite. I adore the Cut palette. Adore it. It has all of the things for you to contour. It has some highlights, all of that good stuff. It is a great palette. But I am not going to use a glittery, shimmery bronzer. I am going to use the matte, and I am going to do a bronze that looks like I have been in the sun. Now, if I were to contour, I would hit it here. Y'all seen Heather's tutorial, right? Here, here, and underneath. Okay. I'm always going to contour underneath. It's just because of the age I'm at, I'm going to do it. So here, here, and underneath is how we contour. When we bronze, we hit it where the sun kisses it, right? You know what? I'm going to throw on a little bit of blush. I'm going to use traditional blush because I want to bronze over this blush. I was going to airbrush it, but I think I'm just going to throw this on to make it a little bit there. So I want to get into this. I'm going to use, doesn't matter, any of them. When you get a bronze, And you're doing it as though the sun's hit it. Where's the sun hit you? Right there. And so I'm going to start up top where the sun would hit me, come down, come here. And yes, I did that on purpose because it's a little bit heavier on top. Hit it here, hit it here, and then I'm going to go underneath. Now, I know right now it looks a little crazy, but hold on, I'm going to show you. Here, 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 here. And it's going to look like I've just kind of sat out in the sun and gotten me a little bit of a bronze. So I have what we call a buffer a buffer brush, and that is one of my favorite brushes. It is simply a flat brush with nothing on it. And what it does is it just helps me move and buff away product I don't need and keep product I want. Okay, so for me right now, I love the look I have, but I feel like I need just a little bit extra under the eyes. And so I'm going to take one of my favorite highlighters, and I'm just going to put a dab here and a dab here. 90% of it's done. All of it was airbrushed. And all I did was want a little bit of a highlight, just a little bit, not a lot, because I did all of the other in the pre, and I don't want it to look cakey or heavy. I want it to look warm and inviting and bronzing. Cindy says, sometimes I contour the side of my nose so it doesn't look quite as wide. You're right. That is a very good contour technique. But today we're bronzing. And so remember, bronzing is really where the sun is going to kiss you right here. I will do under my chin, but look, if I contour and bronze at the same time, do you know what that means? I'm all brown. It means it's here and here and here, and then here and here and here. So there's not really a differential. I love to contour. I do it on a daily basis whenever I am wanting to, really show off the cheekbones or whatnot. But when I want to bronze, I don't contour except under my chin. So let's put on what I call my natural goddess lips. They're not bright, but they really lean into that golden goddess, golden bronzy look for me. So it's just a neutral kind of pink. And then a little bit of gloss. Who says someone over 40 can't wear gloss? Your girl here all day long. And it just gives that little bit of reflection, a little bit of tone. I have not powdered. I have only buffed. So for me, buffing is in lieu of powdering. I'm not a big powder girl. I don't necessarily like the look on my skin. I don't like how it fades in. That's a trick over 42. I know that Heather says powder beforehand, and you totally can. But that is the trick for me, is I buff, not powder. So take a look. I will be 50 next month. And so anything that can go on skin over 40 and look glowy and look like I've gone to Cancun. And remember, this is for fair skin. You can amp this up if you have darker skin, if you have warmer skin. I love women that have a lot of pigmentation in their skin, because I don't. And so I love those looks. It's a little different when you do that. But this is just a warm, glowy kind of beach Cancun look for fair skin for women over 40. So if that is you, this tutorial will help you. If you caught anything out of it and try it, come over to Luminess Live and show me what you've done. Show me what's worked for you. Tell me how it has worked for you. And remember, we are here. If you go over, we have beauty experts at Luminess Live Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, for you to ask your questions, for you to post your favorite tips, tricks, all of that good stuff. We also have beauty experts on the phone that you can ask questions to. You can give them a call. You can say, hey, how do we do this? Hey, how do you use that? Hey, what product do I need for this? And Heather does small group classes. If you are new and you have not signed up for her class, please sign up. It is a great class. She teaches you from step one on, and you can take it more than once. You don't have to get it all down the first time. It is quite okay. Secondly, and this is new, I don't know if you guys know this, we do private training sessions over at Luminess Live. So if you're new and you're stuck or you're frustrated, don't come over there, ask for a private training session. Tell me when you need it. We'll set it up and I'll walk you through whatever it is that you need to really create the look that you're wanting to create. You are not in this alone. Some of our great friends here at Luminess that are faithful followers that love Luminess are over at Luminess Live, and they help people out whenever we're not there. They give tips, tricks, and understand your frustration because they've been there. But just remember, you are not alone and you're not in this journey by yourself. We are here to help support you in and through it. All righty. Well, that's all I have today. While Heather's on vacay, we will love to see you over at Luminess Live. Until then, next time we'll